En el boxeo, hay peleas que van más allá de una simple victoria o derrota. Son combates donde la resistencia humana es llevada al límite, donde los guerreros se enfrentan a un dolor inimaginable y continúan peleando como si el destino de su legado dependiera de ello. En la noche del 10 de marzo de 2018, el mexicano Óscar Valdez demostró al mundo qué significa ser un verdadero peleador. Frente al británico Scott Quigg, Valdez no solo defendió su título, sino que lo hizo con la mandíbula fracturada en dos, en un acto de valentía que quedó grabado en la historia del boxeo. Bienvenidos a Boxeo de Oro. Hoy reviviremos una de las hazañas más dolorosas y heroicas de un guerrero mexicano. Antes de continuar, no olvides suscribirte, dejar tu like y comentar cuál ha sido para ti la pelea más brutal que hayas visto. La pelea tuvo lugar en el Stop Hub Center de Carson, California, un escenario legendario donde solo los mejores guerreros pueden brillar. Óscar Valdez llegaba como el campeón invicto del peso pluma de la WWE, con una trayectoria impecable y un estilo explosivo que lo había consolidado como una de las figuras más prometedoras de la división. Sus movimientos ágiles, combinados con una pegada feroz, lo hacían un rival temido, pero en esta ocasión enfrentaría un reto mayor de lo esperado. Enfrente tenía a Scott Quigg, un británico con una pegada demoledora, una resistencia inquebrantable y una mentalidad de acero. Su historial de peleas mostraba que era un peleador que no retrocedía, alguien que podía recibir castigo y seguir adelante sin titubear. Lo que hacía aún más peligroso el encuentro era que Quigg no había dado el peso en el pesaje oficial, lo que lo inhabilitaba para ganar el título. Sin embargo, esto significaba que no había tenido que someterse a la deshidratación extrema para alcanzar el límite de la división, dándole así una ventaja física considerable. Estaba más fuerte, más grande y con una única misión en mente: destruir a Valdez y dejarlo sin su cinturón. Desde la previa, la tensión se podía sentir en el aire. Las declaraciones de Quigg eran claras. No le importaba el título, solo quería demostrar que era el mejor peleador esa noche. En su mirada se reflejaba la determinación de un hombre que estaba dispuesto a arriesgarlo todo, con tal de salir con la victoria. El escenario estaba listo para una guerra, y ambos gladiadores sabían que no habría vuelta atrás. Desde el primer asalto, quedó claro que la pelea no sería fácil para ninguno de los dos. Valdez salió con una estrategia basada en su velocidad y precisión, conectando jabs certeros y buscando mantener a raya a Quigg. Sabía que el británico era físicamente más fuerte, por lo que intentaba evitar intercambios prolongados. Sus combinaciones eran rápidas, impactando el rostro y el torso de Quigg, pero sin hacerle retroceder.
That's something that boxing needs more of, and that's to do. He wants some big-name fights in the future, and he knows that Quigg, so far, he's got 12 rounds to prove that he's up to the task.
Quickest way back to Carl Frampton.
You know, but now it's Frampton calling and saying, hey, if Quigg can get ring with him again.
Well, check this out. Quigg is not going to go home if he gets the win tonight. He might not get that call.
That is so true. Valdez to take home if he is to defend the title for a fourth time. Quigg did not make the 126-pound limit, was 8, almost 3 pounds over the limit, and here Valdez start.
Curious, Tim, what would you have done? Would you have?
Absolutely. I would have made him step on the scale if he didn't step on the scale 8 rounds. I sacrificed, I spent money for this training camp.
And you want to get paid, and that's what Óscar Valdez says. I'm not going to give it all up. I'm going to miss this chance to be on national television, and all the 3 pounds in his point of view.
It's worth mentioning, by the way, that this is, in fairness, for Quigg,
yes,
who spends basically his whole life in the gym, as Freddie wrote. He loves training. He has no life except for the gym. He hangs out with his mom. He goes.
Valdez, I mean, yeah, but she's not here to help him out, my man. And then the body shot, and it looks like Quigg felt that.
Absolutely, Quigg felt that. Have a lot of defense. He stands there with the earmuffs on, and left hooks all night long and going down to that body because Quigg down. I won't be surprised if Valdez hurt him with an up.
Be hindered, and I'm talking about the Englishman here. but he's going to try to connect early on in this fight and establish the fact that he...
The best way for Valdez to establish himself is to keep...
Muy bien. Pues bueno, ya sabemos que el propósito de él es tirar la derecha por fuera.
El británico no tardó en imponer su fortaleza, absorbiendo los golpes sin inmutarse y avanzando con determinación. A diferencia de otros rivales que se desmoronaban ante el ritmo frenético de Valdez, Quigg parecía imperturbable. Cada golpe que recibía lo convertía en combustible para seguir atacando, convirtiéndose en una amenaza constante.
To the body. In the last fight, says he had to learn to jab more, typically, as we just saw, not straight out. I think it starts with that jab.
And when you look, Scott Quigg, who's got no quit in him, actually 8 rounds with a broken jaw, because it was broken round. Luckily, he landed an uppercut, and it numb shots are very different, Tim.
Ooh, that body work right now, very well, especially that left hook to the body. I saw it and kind of put that elbow down into when you hurt a guy to the body.
You happy now, Tim?
Absolutely. Valdez is having his way right now. Out, he's not dropping his hands when he's pulling back. Body, those are the keys to victory tonight. Go down Quigg's defense and work that body.
The last couple fights, being one tempo, straight up, and there's a question. Roche says it tires him out in the middle round, and Valdez says it's not throwing. Only the tires you out is missing him.
Well, he's not doing much. Quigg, and you know, it may become academic. Valdez continues at this pace, but not win the title tonight because he did not make the limit. So Óscar Valdez making the 4th defense, it would become a vacant title.
Valdez right boxing ability right now. He took a little mustard off those punches. I think he's trying to set him up for a body shot.
Trying to turn things around here as a round. Let's listen in to Manny Robles and...
Hey.
You're doing...
Mira, le estás dando con mucha facilidad.
And you're doing it easily.
A la hora de darle la vuelta hay que atacarlo.
But when you spin them, you got to go get them.
¿Sí? Ahora te recargas izquierda
Keep your
arriba
left hand up and go. Any surprises, you got to keep your defense up. Don't stop boxing. Those are the words of Manny Robles and Óscar Valdez. Take a deep breath.
Tercer round, muy bien.
Óscar Valdez keeping that look come out and punish. And Mark, I mean, animal and wanting to be great.
Well, you become great. You also become great by trusting one voice. And his relationship with Robles first started Sri Lankan team in 2009, and Valdez. Here's this guy.
Los primeros 4 asaltos fueron de alta intensidad. Valdez mantenía su movilidad, lanzando combinaciones rápidas y esquivando con reflejos felinos, mientras Quigg presionaba sin descanso, buscando acorralarlo contra las cuerdas.
And there finally we get the first warning from Dr. Lumaret, trying to find the formula. What would your instructions be for Quigg?
Well, Quigg needs, and also he has the longer reach. Control the distance from the outside with the jab to the body, because you definitely want to weaken him and land that right hand and try to get down. And get him to pull out like Valdez and throw that right hand.
Tim, you know, what I'm seeing though, you mentioned earlier, he knows himself better, having survived a knockdown. More mature, more school fighter. This is a guy saying, I have to fix certain things. Look how he just got out. He has learned those lessons. He's taken it to heart.
His trainers told him to do in boxing. He's trying to let Quigg walk into something.
And then we see the warning, the second warning for Quigg, this time for holding. But Manny Robles told us, hey, you tell a fighter 1,000 times in the gym, this is like he did against Genesis Cervania. That's when they realize, okay, something that Óscar Valdez is making here against Quigg.
Is exited out real close to the body. He did it right that time. He exited out through the side gate. With that overhand right, I see. Valdez just throwing that jab from too close. That
is over, and it's round number 3 comes to an end in tonight's main event. All right, between between the third and Scott Quigg. You got to keep backing him up, but you got to throw more combinations. In the fighter meetings, he said, I'm not going to let Valdez rest in between that, Tim, or has Valdez been effective in his...
And he's using that jab like he's doing. He's stepping around. He's throwing it there. But I'm telling you, right now, I see that right hand right there. So Valdez gets a little complacent with his defense, dropping his left hand. Intelligent fighters trying to land that overhand right on Valdez. So he needs to...
From Scott Quigg earlier on in this round, probably the best 2 punches. Has no quit in him, Mark.
That was what we would call brawler.
That's one way of putting it.
In Quigg, you're seeing a guy who dropped out of...
La pelea se desarrollaba con un ritmo frenético, con ambos intercambiando golpes en el centro del ring. Era una batalla de voluntad y resistencia, donde ninguno de los dos estaba dispuesto a ceder terreno. Sin embargo, todo cambiaría drásticamente en el quinto asalto.
Valdez would tire, and Quigg would pick up the pace.
For Quigg, efficient early on in the round as Valdez going toe-to-toe, but he's not able to move the bigger...
He's in there against a junior welterweight. Of course, you know, Quigg is he's having success right now getting close.
And maybe this is, you know, you can be cursed with your own courage sometimes.
Yeah, but like that amateur pedigree, the fact that he can box just as well as he can brawl.
That's exactly what he's trying to do here against a veteran in Scott Quigg, who will his own shots, and it's the body work that Freddie Roach was asking for, which early in the fight for Óscar Valdez, and we were giving him credit, and now we got to give credit to Scott Quigg.
Scott Quigg is getting close. He's smothering Valdez's shots right now. Valdez.
He's using his size.
Of Óscar Valdez wobbled a little bit there as the strength of Scott's left hook connected on the chin of Valdez. And here, the size, it's the moment of the fight where Valdez tends to weaken, and that's what... Quigg was advantage, and now we see the cut over the left eye of Scott Quigg. He paused to it, Tim.
Now this is the time you take advantage.
Oh, he gets caught after landing on left hook to the body, a big right by round number 5. Quigg smells blood. He feels Valdez. Can he take advantage in the final 25 seconds of round number... Attention from the crowd as round number 5 comes to his corner. He'll have some work to do. You got to overcome. Are you cut from the mouth? No.
Aquí. Where's the Vaselina?
En el quinto asalto, Quigg encontró un espacio y lanzó un volado de derecha aterrador. El impacto fue brutal, directo a la mandíbula de Valdez, quien inmediatamente sintió un crujido escalofriante recorriendo su rostro. La mandíbula del mexicano se partió en dos en un instante desgarrador. El dolor fue inmediato y feroz. Una sensación punzante se expandió por todo su rostro, haciendo que cada movimiento de su boca se convirtiera en una tortura. El simple acto de respirar le causaba una agonía indescriptible, pero aún así, Valdez no titubeó.
Work my hands just like that, smother him and tie him up, just like bully me and do what he wants in it.
It's a lot harder than just taking just by the jab. He would. I mean, Freddie's instruction, to outbox this guy, I think we can outpunch him. Just keep the pressure.
Against Ruslan Provodnikov, so if that's the case, he may need to do that.
Fights I've ever seen, Tim. Thank you for the thrill.
There's a Óscar Valdez as Quigg. If he comes in without throwing punches, Tim, from Quigg and Dr. Lou Moret, right on top of it.
But the punches don't Quigg.
He's fighting a junior welterweight now.
That's my point exactly.
Great job in the corner of Quigg, too, with that cut. So we got to... And the mouth of Óscar Valdez continues to bleed. How's that going to affect him in this fight?
Coming out of his mouth, I don't know. Honestly, I ain't never been cut inside my mouth like that. Blood dripping down in the back of your throat could affect your breathing a little bit.
Well, like after his bout with Frampton. Valdez for walking into the ring tonight and saying, I'm going to punish him. But tomorrow when he wakes up, he'll be the guy who took all the risk. Our praise from tonight.
You know, I spoke to Frank Espinoza right before, advised them, don't go in the ring. But it's your decision. Did as an adult decide to go in there, not wanting to disappoint the fans. This is round number 7 of this fight, and Scott Quigg will continue to try to. And even Freddie Roach said, Valdez, he comes back strong late in the fight, not because of his courage.
Because of his courage. And he's showing that right now. But I see right now, he feels that he has Valdez right now, dancing to his beat.
Well, that beat is the body shot from Quigg and that overhand right down. That's dangerous.
That's super dangerous. And Valdez is resulting in that bad habit if he's on the move up. I continue to say that every time he fights.
And worst habits come out under pressure.
Well, he's a writer. Puts that on paper, and now he puts it to voice here.
Valdez, one of the striking things when you sit down with him at parting, and you can see the cuts, you can see the nicks, you can see inside his mouth.
Su esquina, consciente de la gravedad de la lesión, le gritaba precaución, pero en su mente solo existía una opción: seguir adelante. En cualquier otra circunstancia, un peleador con esta lesión habría renunciado de inmediato. Sin embargo, Valdez no era un peleador cualquiera. Era un guerrero dispuesto a soportar lo inimaginable con tal de defender su título.
Something terrible is going on there.
Yeah, and it could be more than a cut, and nobody threw. Look at the way the mouth is leaning towards one side. Valdez's mouth is now open. I mean, this kid's fighting through.
Valdez fights. He's a warrior. He's been through it. I told you to Mariaga, and he had a war with Genesis Cervania. He's ready for this moment right now.
Scott Quigg, a man who's dug as deep as a man can dig in a world title. Could the same be happening to Óscar Valdez here tonight?
I don't know what the condition of his jaw is. It may be a thankless task. If he should win tonight, this career.
Hero status for Óscar Valdez. Todd, is this, Todd?
Well, they don't believe it's his jaw. They think he bit his tongue, not his jaw. It's an internal mouth injury. They believe he bit.
All right, well, that's better news for Valdez in one sense, but it leads a lot. And so he'll have to continue to deal with that after on Top Rank Boxing on ESPN.
Déjame voy para todo. Banque. Ah, no piso. No, ¿estamos bien? Bien. Mira, amigo. Es el round número 8, ¿sale?
And Ireland's Mick Molina. Don't miss next week's main event from New York. 8th round, looking to dig deep and prove his mettle.
He trained in altitude in Mexico to help his endurance. As to whether training in altitude actually helps you or not. Perilous Mexican beef.
Well, the thing, 2-time Olympian from Mexico, he was in Mexico City. He said, I used to feel like I got into the ring. Well, he's proven to himself that he can go 12 rounds in his last 2. The Stub-Up Center against Mariaga and then against Genesis Cervania. So here, his mouth, Tim.
Yeah, and at the start of the round, he went to the pin. Quigg is landing. Quigg is loving it. Right hand, he's sneaking it over the top of the jab. See how Valdez just take a breather. So Quigg is doing exactly what he said he would.
He throws straight punches. I don't mean that they're haymakers.
Yeah.
They're precise, but they...
Big left hook there from Scott Quigg, caught partially by the glove in the 8th round of this 12th round championship fight.
Well, to let his hands go, like he sometimes do in this fight, Valdez never.
El público en la arena apenas podía creer lo que veía. Con una mandíbula destrozada y la boca sangrando profusamente, Valdez se negó a retroceder y, en cambio, ajustó su estrategia. Cerró más la guardia, comenzó a moverse con más cautela y evitó abrir demasiado la boca para reducir el dolor.
Size guy.
Well, that's the reason for it. 100.2 and 135.6 at the time to step into the ring. This is for 100. It's working for Scott Quigg, although he'll get a ton of criticism, taking advantage of the situation. Óscar Valdez is about to come to an end at the Stub-Up Center, and we've mentioned this is as he goes over to the red corner to take instructions from Manny Robles. Let me clean him up. Boxing now. You're beating him to the punch. Touch him and then the stomach. Just keep going to the stomach.
What's the speed bucket? Boxeando, mijo, inteligente, inteligente. Come on, Quigg!
The fight fans are loving this fight. And we've had some incredible fights happen in this venue. This one goes the bloody mouth of Óscar Valdez. And here comes Valdez. You know, they expected this from Quigg's corner. Heart of Valdez that keeps him pushing forward.
Again, now we're getting into an uptick in Valdez's activity. Exactly is ready.
All right, after
That's the same body shot he threw early in the fight.
All right, our colleague Dan Raphael was our hunt for Óscar Valdez. I have it a lot closer than that at this particular in this fight. Nice work to the body, and then the uppercut from Scott Quigg as chopping at the head of Scott Quigg, who leaves that wide open, and then he goes to Mexico and Manchester, England.
I can't get in with the heart of Óscar Valdez. He's fighting a much bigger guy, and he remains undisputed.
All right, Tim, in between rounds, they didn't want to touch. They didn't take it out. What does that mean?
Well, I guess they're trying to keep it inside. You know, I would take the mouthpiece out and wash his mouth out, rinse it.
Means he's losing a lot of blood is what that means. It's not like a cut off.
All right, well here the adrenaline inside Valdez's body is coming out because he connected overhand right on Quigg, and then the left hook to the body, but then the double left hook.
Defense of Scott Quigg right now. Old school. Have his right here, George Foreman.
Oh, nice left hook to the body there from.
En vez de rendirse, su determinación se encendió como nunca antes. A partir de ese momento, la pelea tomó un giro inesperado. Valdez, en lugar de retroceder, se volvió más agresivo que nunca. Con la mandíbula fracturada y la sangre brotando de su boca, en vez de ceder al dolor, se convirtió en una tormenta de golpes, lanzando combinaciones furiosas que impactaban con precisión en el rostro de Quigg.
His heart on the line. He's behaving like a champion. He's fighting through pain. That's what champion Scott Quigg right there using the old trick that you do. You want to force him down, take them legs away,
and you force him down with the body. Continues to punish Scott Quigg. The weight that is huge Valdez has against Quigg, but that's not going to keep him from throwing punches tonight, Mark.
As he's become bloodier, the fight's worn on, and he has.
There may be something diminished in the nose of Scott Quigg. It looks like it. So got a guy with a possible broken jaw, a guy with a possible broken nose. This is you entertain because Valdez and Quigg are here to give it to you and give you. Nice right hand there from Valdez.
Quigg now. This man, there's no quitting this dog. I mean, he fought with a broken jaw.
Big left hook there from Quigg as Valdez takes it and moves forward.
Right now, I don't know. He stepped back. There's something must be going wrong right now. During the round and during the last couple of rounds, he's sitting back now. What is he?
Yelling here at the Stuff Up Center and give them all credit for showing up inside the ring, as well as Valdez and Quigg are putting on a show. Valdez with
Quigg right there followed Valdez out. He followed him out with that and caught him.
The pressure of Quigg. He said punches tonight. Look at that. 411 power punches. I mean, this guy goes for broke, but the percentage connected by Óscar Valdez.
Dominated by the flaws of Óscar Valdez. And what I will leave here with,
I believe, you know, in his craft. He actually tied up there for the second. But what I love is that he's using his hand speed right now. You see, using his hard shot at a time. He's letting his hands go right now.
Big left from Scott Quigg as Valdez comes back with something of his own.
No importaba que cada golpe le hiciera estremecer de dolor. Su determinación era inquebrantable. El británico, sorprendido por la resistencia de su oponente, trató de aprovechar su ventaja física. Quigg conectó varios golpes que hicieron tambalear a Valdez, buscando quebrar su espíritu con su pegada. Pero el mexicano, con una mirada de furia y resistencia, se mantuvo firme, devolviendo cada impacto con aún más ferocidad.
Status for Óscar Valdez. Todd, is this Todd?
Well, they don't believe it's his jaw. They think he bit his tongue.
on Top Rank Boxing on ESPN.
Déjame voy para otro. Baque. Ah, no piso. No, ¿estamos bien? No. Mira, amigo.
Heart of Valdez that keeps him pushing forward.
Again, now we're getting into an uptick in Valdez's activity. Exactly his ready.
All right, after
That's the same body shot he threw early in the fight.
All right, our colleague Dan Raphael was our hunt for Óscar Valdez. I have it a lot closer than that at this particular. Óscar Valdez as Quigg, if he comes in without throwing punches, Tim, from Quigg and Dr. Lou Moret, right on top of it.
But the punches don't quit.
He's fighting a junior welterweight now.
That's my point exactly.
Great job in the corner of Quigg too with that cut. So we got to get. And the mouth of Óscar Valdez continues to bleed. How's that going to affect him in this fight?
Coming out of his mouth, I don't know. Honestly, I ain't never been cut inside my mouth like that.
Not his jaw, it's an internal mouth injury. They believe he bit.
All right, well, that's better news for Valdez in one sense, but it leads a lot. And so he'll have to continue to deal with that after.
I don't know what the condition of his jaw is. It may be a thankless task. If he should win tonight, this career.
Hero status for Óscar Valdez. Todd Reese is this, Todd.
Well, they don't believe it's his jaw. They think he bit his tongue.
Big left hook there from Quigg as Valdez takes it and moves forward.
Right now, I don't know. He stepped back. There's something must be going wrong right now. During the round and during the last couple of rounds, he's sitting back now. What is he? I want to see the uppercut from these guys. Both guys are vulnerable right now.
Cada vez que Quigg intentaba presionarlo, Valdez respondía con una combinación que lo hacía retroceder, demostrando que aunque su cuerpo estaba al límite, su espíritu estaba más fuerte que nunca.
I want to see the uppercut from these guys. Both guys are vulnerable right now. He's just showing the heart of a champion. Both of these guys need to be commended for the performance that...
The ropes is probably not where Valdez wants to be.
Hasn't stopped Valdez from boxing. I know that he's acquitted himself courageously tonight. It may be a thankless task. If he should win tonight, this career.
Hero status for Óscar Valdez. Todd Reese is this, Todd.
Well, they don't believe it's his jaw. They think he bit his tongue.
Big left hook there from Quigg as Valdez takes it and moves forward.
Right now, I don't know. He stepped back. There's something must be going wrong right now. During the round and during the last couple of rounds, he's sitting back now. What is he?
What he doesn't have or doesn't seem to have at this weight.
Llegando a los rounds finales, ambos peleadores estaban en condiciones críticas. Quigg tenía la nariz destrozada, su rostro hinchado y cubierto de sangre, mientras que Valdez luchaba contra un dolor insoportable, con la mandíbula fracturada y cada respiro convertido en un tormento. El público estaba de pie, presenciando una de las peleas más salvajes del año, con una intensidad que mantenía a todos conteniendo la respiración.
His normal power.
Yes, because of the weight of C2.2. Nonetheless, both of these fighters are rounds. To think that we have 4 more minutes of this as Scott Quigg, not the belt, as he did not make the featherweight limit.
I want to leave the ring recognized.
And left there from Scott Quigg. Valdez takes it.
People are going to leave with is the utmost admiration.
Valdez wants more than the admiration, he wants the admiration.
Valdez, look at that.
Oh, big left hook from Óscar Valdez. And Quigg now 11. Can Valdez finish this off? Heart of Valdez that keeps him pushing forward.
Again, now we're getting into an uptick in Valdez's activity. Exactly his ready.
All right, after
That's the same body shot he threw early in the fight.
All right, our colleague Dan Raphael was our hunt for Óscar Valdez. I have it a lot closer than that at this particular. Óscar Valdez as Quigg, if he comes in without throwing punches, Tim, from Quigg and Dr. Lou Moret, right on top of it.
But the punches don't.
Right now, I don't know. He stepped back. There's something must be going wrong right now. During the round and during the last couple of rounds, he's sitting back now. What is he?
11. You've been in this. His adrenaline's pumping. What gives?
What gives? Nothing. You in a championship fight? You know, nothing gives. If he wins this fight, he moves up in stature.
Let him go. Get back.
Regardless of what happens, other great fights. And when we look at the list of great fights, Ruslan Provodnikov, Israel Vázquez, Rafael Márquez, Brandon Rios, Mike Alvarado, we can keep going.
En el 10º asalto, Valdez, con el rostro ensangrentado, pero la mirada firme, sacó fuerzas de donde parecía no haber nada. Conectó un cruzado de izquierda brutal, una de esas combinaciones que definen carreras. El impacto hizo que la cabeza de Quigg girara violentamente, sus piernas flaquearon y estuvo a punto de desplomarse. El británico, tambaleándose, logró mantenerse en pie, pero el daño ya estaba hecho.
Guy that bends down, you want to force him down, take them legs away.
And does there, and he continues to punish Scott Quigg. It's a huge difference here tonight in how powerful against Quigg, but that's not going to keep him from throwing punches tonight, Mark.
As he's become bloodier, the fight there's nothing diminished about him.
Their nose of Scott Quigg, it looks like it's
something
deviated septum. Look at this, you got a guy with a possible broken jaw, a guy with a possible This is what you came to see. Are you entered? Valdez and Quigg are here to give it to you and give you their heart.
And
nice right hand there from Valdez.
I don't think he knows any other way.
Nah, this dog, I mean, he fought with a broken jaw. That's unbelievable.
Oh. Big left hook there from Quigg as Valdez takes it and moves forward.
Quigg right now, I don't know. He's going wrong right now. He's not attacking like he normally was doing the last couple of rounds. He's sitting back now. What is he waiting on?
See him look at his face.
He's yelling here at the StubHub Center, and give them all credit for showing, and it's pouring punches inside the ring as well as Valdez with a nice combination, but here comes Quigg.
He's out. He followed him out with that and caught him with the left hook.
The pressure of that's been the difference between every opponent until tonight, but is it enough? In his last 3 fights under Freddie Roach, Scott Quigg, 4% of his punches as power punches. 111 power punches. That's about 75% compared to the 100 for Roach, but the percentage connected by Óscar.
El castigo acumulado lo había convertido en una sombra del peleador que inició la batalla. Cuando sonó la campana final, Valdez levantó los brazos en señal de victoria, mientras Quigg, visiblemente afectado, apenas podía mantenerse de pie. Los jueces dieron su veredicto. Óscar Valdez, ganador por decisión unánime.
Óscar Valdez is indeed special. It has little to do with technique, mostly what it has to do with...
I agree with you at a certain point. It does have to do with this pedigree. The fact that he can stand there, he can trade with you.
It was an amateur pedigree. This is professional heart.
Pedigree, whatever you want to call it, Óscar Valdez and turn. We had tonight from the early going, it was Valdez work, and then it was Scott Quigg coming back with the same touch to the chin of Óscar Valdez at some point there, but nothing wrong with his heart as he kept coming back against the guy coming in. 135.6 for Valdez, close to telling the story of what we saw in the ring defense of Óscar Valdez's featherweight title. Is it success in the center of the ring with the official particulars.
Ladies and cards, Max DeLuca and Terry O'Connor both.
El mexicano había defendido su título en una de las batallas más desgarradoras de su carrera, dejando una marca imborrable en la historia del boxeo. La pelea entre Óscar Valdez y Scott Quigg fue un testimonio de lo que significa el verdadero coraje en el boxeo. Valdez no solo peleó con una mandíbula fracturada, sino que lo hizo de manera espectacular, sin ceder ni un solo segundo. Esta noche, Valdez no solo ganó un combate, sino que se convirtió en una leyenda. Su espíritu de lucha, su carácter y su determinación Su resistencia al dolor y su determinación para seguir adelante lo colocaron entre los peleadores más valientes de la historia. Ahora te toca a ti. ¿Cuál crees que ha sido la pelea más épica en la historia del boxeo? Déjanos tu opinión en los comentarios y no olvides suscribirte a Boxeo de Oro, activar la campanita y dejar tu like para más crónicas épicas como esta. Nos vemos en el próximo round.